Meanwhile, floodwaters in Nebraska are the cause for concern around two more nuclear plants. NBC's Mike Taibbi is at the Fort Calhoun plant that is now surrounded by the swollen Missouri River. Mike, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt. This is the most serious threat from flooding ever faced by nuclear power plants in the U.S., and all eyes are on the two reactor facilities here in eastern Michigan, the Fort Calhoun plant, as you say, which is behind me, and the Cooper Station unit about 80 miles downriver. But federal and local authorities who've been inspecting and monitoring both facilities say neither one is in immediate danger.
The way it's laid out there, it looks like it's going to be challenging.
The Fort Calhoun plant is now virtually an island. But even though a so-called aqua berm collapsed and failed Sunday morning, sort of a huge water-filled inner tube designed to help shield the facility from the rising Missouri, plant operators say that was only a secondary safety measure, and other emergency procedures have done their job.
We were ready for this. We'd practiced, we'd drilled, we'd trained. And so when the actual event happened, we put in all those things, which are working quite well today.
In fact, a tour of some of the plant structures showed that watertight doors and barriers have held, and extra pumps and sandbagging gear and emergency generators are all in position if needed.
I'm worried.
But over at the Rustic Inn in downtown Fort Calhoun, owner Faith Stevenson and customers like retired farmer Raymond Zekas follow the news and hope.
It's all in God's hands. I mean, it's out of our control.
They're saying that in Minot, North Dakota, too, where 1/4 of the town remains underwater and 4,000 homes have already been swamped. And even though the Souris River has crested, thousands of other homeowners up and downstream are getting help from the National Guard and the Army Corps of Engineers in a desperate effort to control the floodwaters. But the worst, a breach of one of Nebraska's two nuclear reactors at Fort Calhoun or 80 miles downriver at Cooper Station, is not at hand, and, says the federal agency in charge, not likely.
Fundamentally, we don't believe that the plant is posing any immediate threat to public health and safety.
By the way, North Dakota's Governor Jack Dalrymple got a call from the White House yesterday. President Obama expressed his concern for the people living in the floodplain and offered additional federal help as the state and the region struggle to recover. Matt?
All right, Mike Taibbi in Nebraska for us covering this story this morning. Mike, thanks very much.